Hello! How are y'all doing? Hope everybody's good. Button, 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 button! Did I move the... No, I didn't. Hello! How are y'all doing? It's time for the hand dance. Oh my goodness, hand dance time. It's time for the hand dance. Yay! Yep, still necky. I was gonna do that this morning, and then time just kind of got away from me a little bit. I don't quite know what happened there. I did vaguely have plans to do it. I was just gonna do a quick version, but then I didn't. So, meh. Whatevers. Hi, Cypher! Hey, Tara! Does his own paw dance. Yes! It's spreading! Fantastic. How's you doing? How'd your stream go, Cypher? I sneak lurked into streamage this morning. Well, this morning to my time zone. Yes. I spy's a Quixter. Hello! It's a dragons. Hi, dragons. How doings? Speaking of I spy a tankat. He's still being an arse about food. Now he's eating floor biscuits. There's a perfectly acceptable pile of biscuits on the biscuit plate. But he doesn't want no plate biscuits. He wants floor biscuits. Because he's a bogan, I guess. Just like his mum. But anyway, it's fine. Well, actually made some progress. Chat! Oh my goodness, chat! You've let the chat down. How could you let Cypher make progress? Oh my goodness. That's not chat's job. You had one job, chat. And by chat, I mean Cypher's chat. Hi Dale! Yes, bogan. I think the closest equivalent that you guys have is kind of redneck. He's busy working. Good job, dragons. I'm at the point of giving up on it. Keep going, dragon. You can do it. We believe. Unless it's like old job and you're leaving anyway, and fuck it. Reckon is Aussie for hillbilly. Oh yeah, hillbilly as well. Yes. Yeah, hillbilly, redneck. White trash. There we go. White trash. The kind of people that would go on Jerry Springer back in the day. Making or distracting others. I mean, they're not mutually exclusive, are they? It's been a while since I've heard that. Yes. Or redneck, yep. Tara, I'll be lucky. Bye! Plays the banjo song. Yep. And yeah, it is old job, not new job. Well, they can get fucked. They're making you go away. They don't get to make any more demands. They can fuck off. So I probably should stop giving so much and go fuck it. Yes. Honestly, like I know that that's most often bad advice, but like in this scenario, they can get fucked. My dad, similar story. My dad, way back when, this is like 20 years ago. Fuck, when was Ansett a thing? My dad used to work at the airport, not for Ansett, but at the time that Ansett existed. He refueled. He would refuel the planes, and so he'd, drive the truck around with the fuel in and take it up and put the fuel into planes. So, important, or at least incredibly necessary. And the one that he was working for they had their like head office sort of like, well, it was kind of a head office. It was basically like the office that you worked out of to do your job at the airport. Obviously based at the airport, and my dad and like half a dozen other guys, so like most of the team, they decided to get rid of them because they were too expensive. And they decided they were going to hire basically a bunch of teenagers off the street. And so they let all the they let my dad and all his co-workers know that they were, being laid off, and it was going to be, however many weeks it was or whatever. And then they brought in all these like young, no experienced people because they were going to be cheaper. And they said to my dad and his co-workers, "Oh yeah, you need to train these guys before you go." And my dad was like, "Yeah, fuck off." And so instead of, doing the next 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it was, I don't know. I was like 10 at the time. Instead of, working out their, redundancy or whatever, they just literally just tools down, walked out. Yeah, that company doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, stop caring, dragons, is the point I'm making. Yes. They don't care about you. Don't care about them. Hard though. That's hard. I had, when I got fired, for those that don't know, my last job, I was technically fired. I went through the legal process and got it changed to resigned because they admitted that the dismissal was unfair. It was an unfair dismissal. So technically if I ever, go for another job or whatever, I can say that I resigned. But strictly speaking, they fired me. And the first little bit of time, there was a bit of time between the firing and going through the whole legal thing. The process to get, acknowledged and compensated and stuff. And then once that was over, I was very, I felt quite lost for a while because I was the same. I cared about the job. Actually, no, I didn't care about the job. I cared about my co-workers. And knowing that they were already short-staffed and now they were down a full-timer. And so that sucked, because I did consider my co-workers to be good people. I was friends, they were my friends. I cared about the people. Fuck knows I didn't care about anyone in head office. But, yeah. Cared about my co-workers. But that company also doesn't exist anymore, so really what sucked at the time turned out to be a blessing in disguise, because it means I got out 2 years earlier than the company did. So yay. And now I'm here. Doing similar shit to what I used to do at my job, but on the internet. Oh gosh. Funny how it all comes about. The co-workers did nothing wrong, yeah. I'm not impressed to have 2 patches and someone dumped me for yesterday. Oh fucking hell. I think they're just taking advantage of you now. I mean, they were before, but worse now. I'm debating. I have these. I have the book, and I probably will work on the book a little bit, but I also have these. Just before I turned the stream on, I was trying to make space here and clean up and stuff, and I have these that I made. I can't even remember how I made. How did I? Oh, this was the stamping foam. That's right. This was the stamping foam. These are a bit smaller than normal stuff, but that's fine. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I trimmed them down so that they're all nice and neat and stuff, and it's given me a nice consistent size, which compared to... Where's a card base? I need a card base. Hello? Come on. Is that a card base? Nope. Oh, fucking hell. It's a horrible shade of purple, but it will do. So normally my pieces have a small border. This one has quite a large border, which is totally fine. It doesn't have to have... I mean, it doesn't have to have a border at all, but I like it to have a border. I think it looks nice. But this border is huge! And so now it's like, well, what else do I kind of do with it? I could mat it to get it a little bit bigger. If I really wanted. But like, do I need to? So that's a thing to think about. And then there's just, you know, there's piles and piles of backgrounds hanging around that I need to sort out as well. I think what I'm going to do, because, okay, so I have this book, right? I have this book. I keep calling it a book. It's a binder. Or, it's, as Australians would know it, as like a file. This one's not a lever arch file, it's just it's a D-ring. There we go, it's a D-ring folder. The lever arch ones have the little thing. I know that I pronounce it wrong. I know it's meant to be lever, but at some point I've ended up with lever and I can't get it out of my head. So anyway, so I have this, and I have these pockets. These are just the things that you put trading cards in. These are these sleeves here, which is what I suggested in the sort of, I guess, course that I'm doing. But I bought quite a large box. I went to Kmart and tried to get these, and they were keeping them. First off, they were keeping them behind the counter. I didn't know anything got kept behind the counter at Kmart. What the fuck? There's no counter for them to keep shit behind. But anyway, yeah, they had a pack of 10 for, I think it was $6, and they only had 2, which was nowhere near enough to do the number of techniques that's in this course. So I got on Amazon and found a box that was reasonably priced, and I actually thought that I was getting a box of 50. It turns out it's a box of 100. Oh my god. So, what I'm going to do is I have this book. I have a bunch of folders already over on my shelf over there that I've just kept. Because I figured eventually I'd use them. There's another YouTuber I follow who has a book like with these in, but full of sentiments. And she's also got another one full of critters, which that's probably not going to be me. I don't do critters. But, you know, kind of pre-planning and batching and stuff like that, so I could work on that. I could work more on this. I don't want to do more embossing today because it's actually kind of warm and I don't want to use the heat gun. I don't want to have to use the heat gun. It's warm enough. I actually have the fan on. I don't know if it's blowing on the microphone at all, but if it is, heart you guys, but suck it up. It's really warm and stuffy in here. So I'm going to be leaving the fan on. So yeah, so I could find some in this to work on, could do the ones I just had wherever I put them. I could do the other book that I'm thinking of setting up, Sentiments. But I think a lot of the, well, I do have my stamp box out. That might actually not be a bad idea. I could do ones with like stamping and stuff and not worry about embossing ones. Yeah, no, what have I got? What else have I got going on in here? That's the embossing page. That's the Nouveau drops. I could start this because they do need time to dry, so that's probably not a bad idea actually. I don't have glow in the dark ones, so I won't be doing that, but that's one I can look at. Paste techniques. Yes, let's make a mess. Smooth application, textured application, multicolors, layering mousse. I don't know whether that's a particular product or whether it's just doing I think it's just layers. Expanding mousse, apply heat. What? Add water to your paste and apply to watercolor paper with a brush. Could do that. Die cutting, apply paste to cardstock, let it dry, cut paste. Yes, we could do that. And heat embossing. No. Not today. Stencil over your cardstock, apply paste, smooth out any layer, stencil, let it dry, and embossing powder and heat. Oh, add embossing powder. Oh! Add embossing powder to the... Oh, and add it to it when it's dry. Oh, yeah. Some of these I haven't watched the techniques for yet. Oh, perfect pearls. That shouldn't require any heat. And I do have a little bit of perfect pearls. That is something that I bought like 2 or 3, and then didn't get any more. And I haven't actually used them yet. Whoa. Whoops. Let's not knock over my beverage. That's a good idea. I am totally down for beverage remaining in cup. I have to get to my pigments box though, because of course it's at the bottom. Haven't used it in ages. There we go. I've got to it. Oh, one day I'll have far more shelves than this, and I will have everything within reach all of the time. And it will be awesome. Okay. Perfect pearls. Perfect gold, pewter, and perfect pearl, which is the white. It annoys me that the white is it's perfect pearl, perfect pearls. It's white. Fucking hell. I gotta try this one. Get a couple of these done maybe. Stamp using embossing ink. Apply the perfect pearls using a soft dry brush. Wipe off excess powder with a dry brush. Spritz to set. Alright. Let's grab... We'll do hearts for this one. I think that'll be cute. Let's grab a sheet of baking paper. So how's is everybody doing? Did I ask that? I can't remember if I asked that. How's is everybody? I hope you're slightly cooler than I am. Hopefully we can get a page done, that would be nice. Embossing ink. I put the embossing box away because I didn't think I was going to be needing anything out of it today. What I could do, because I have like my main embossing pad, the black one, but then I also have a tiny little one of a different brand. And what I could do is keep that one out so that when I'm doing things that require embossing ink but not embossing, I can just grab that one. Schmert. Ow. Oops. It's fine. Everything is still covered in blue glitter. So that's fun. All of those clothes went directly into the wash. Let's see if I can clean this any. Probably not. Oh, I don't want to do that with a tissue. Let's do that with a paper towel. Just so we don't get quite so fuzzies from the tissues. Because I buy really cheap tissues and they just fall apart. There we go. Also, I might, it depends, but I might at one point have to like take a very random quick break. I have an Amazon delivery apparently coming today. Although it hasn't yet. It says on the thing arriving by 8 o'clock, and usually by now I would have gotten the, you know, stupid Australian robot yelling at me saying, "You've got a thing coming!" And I haven't had that happen yet, and it hasn't been... Wow, that pad's really dry. I might just end up inking that with the refill I've got of the other one. Scrap piece of card, please. Just for the sake of not getting embossing ink all over the paper. But yeah, it says it's arriving by 8 o'clock, but it also hasn't been marked as out for delivery, so... I don't know. It wasn't sitting on my doorstep when I got home from taking Tankat back to the vet, so... Lovely. Ah, not as dry as I thought. It's just harder to see than the other one. It's actually not bad. And then, what kind of paintbrush do we want to go for here? Maybe that one? I have an impressive, well, I say impressive, I have an interesting number of paintbrushes for someone who doesn't paint. We'll start with the silver. This is how I do these things. I haven't even opened them yet. Like, how do I get in you? Let's grab a Stanley knife. And just... That is good. Just a very tiny lip between the lid and the jar, so I can just slide that in there like that. Whoops. That should do it. Hey, booking kitties! How you doing? Shiny. And that just sticks to the embossing powder, which is quite nice. I probably shouldn't just go all over the card, but seems a lot quicker. I'm sure you can get a much, like, neater look than that, but I'm probably overdoing it. I probably pulled a little bit of the embossing powder off with the brush, actually. That a bit. Except today and can use food and then sleep. So I'm with you on that one. food and sleep sounds good. That bit just doesn't have any ink on. That's fine. I don't know why that bit there ended up so smudgy. What did I do wrong? Well, the rest of it looks quite nice, but that bit, I don't know. Did that today do? I set through the alarm and got it around 2 PM and I never do that. Oh snap. Gosh, you must have needed it though. And then... yeah, take it off camera so I don't accidentally spray anything electronic. There we go. I don't know how much of a mist it needs. I did a little mist. I probably just need to leave that now to kind of dry. But that's the idea. This stuff, it's not just mica powder, it's got like binders and stuff in it. And so when you hit it with the water, it like sets it. But I have no idea. I'm not helping myself by misting into the fan. It's all coming back towards me, which is actually quite pleasant. It's nice and cool. Yeah, I think we'll just leave that for a minute. Let it do its thing. Stenciling. Apply embossing ink through a stencil, perfect pearls, blah blah blah. And spritz. Here's a stencil I prepared earlier. Not really. It was just sitting here because I meant to clean it the other day and I didn't because I'm lazy. There will do. I'm not even going to be fussy about like taping it down or anything, we're just going to go for it. There'll do. That off of there. We'll go for gold on this one, because we can. I might not actually end up using the white one, unless I do it on black cardstock. Which I could. Ugh. It vaguely reminds me of those the like coloring books where you would put the water on and it would change color. It's not like you were painting it, it was just water. But you put the water on and then it like reveals the thing. Kind of feels like that. Let's go a bit. I think what might have happened with the smudge on the other one is that I picked up some of the embossing ink and got it on the brush and kind of moved it. So if I go a little bit heavier with the powder and let that act as like a buffer between it and the brush. I'm not getting a very, like, consistent coverage, and I don't know whether that's me, or whether it's just part and parcel for the medium kind of thing, like, Are you ever gonna get? That might be as good as that's gonna get. I don't know whether like whether pouring the powder over is a thing, like kind of like you do with embossing powder. That doesn't seem to be the way people use this stuff, but I don't know. I guess when you see it in the light, it's nice and shiny and stuff. When you're looking directly at it, it's a bit meh. But that could just be me. I wonder if you can go over it again. Like once it's set, maybe. I'm kind of doing that thing. I'm misting into the air and then I'm like wafting the card through the mist rather than spraying it directly. I don't know if that's any better or worse, but that's what I did. Put that there. So kiddo, did you forget your gloves again? No, they didn't come in the grocery order. I ordered some because I have run out. I thought I already had a second box, and if I did, I cannot find them. But I think maybe I didn't have a second box. And so I ordered some to come in my groceries that came yesterday, and it was one of the things that they were out of stock of. But I don't need gloves for this. This is powder, not paint. So, in theory, if this is all I do today, I should end up with clean hands by the end of it. But so oh my god, what? No, not my cosplay gloves, what? Oh crud, I'll take it where the extra box is. I must have just... I either thought that I had a second box and I didn't, or the box that I was using was the second box and I needed another one. There's only two places I would keep it, in the kitchen under the sink and in the bathroom under the sink. And I checked both of those places and neither of them have gloves in. So, I really don't know. Watercolor. Apply powders to an unpressed surface and spray with water to activate the pigment. Watercolor, a stamped image, or try freehand. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I might try the white one on the black card. Oops. Oh, I only have one piece of black card left. Okay. I'll come back to that then. I'll just go with the gold again. And I think what I'll do for this is I'll get one of my little trays. These are my little trays. Can't imagine where I got these little trays from. Not sponsored. No, I keep them. I wash them out and I have a giganto stack of them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put the water in first. There we go. I don't want to put the powder in and have the misting bottle like blasting it all up there. That would suck. Ooh. Shiny. Like literally shiny. I don't know how much pigment I need. I don't know that I ever actually would to use these this way, but oh, I know, palette knife. Yes. I was like, do I have something I can use as a scoop? Yes, I do. I guess if I was to use these like with a stamp and like paint with them more, like if I had a thing to colour in, that would probably be better. This is really not the cardstock for this. Sort of kind of a little bit trying to go for a gradient then, and it hasn't really worked, but that's fine. A little bit more. Maybe I had way too much water and that's the problem. Yeah, I haven't really demonstrated this one very well. Oh well, I'm learning. I haven't used these before. So if all I get out of it is knowledge, well, I'm still ahead. Just trying to get as much of the pigment out as I can, but it's not really working. That looks like shit. It's like liquid gold. How trippy. Given what I just said about the cardstock not being the right thing for this, adding more water was not the right decision. Why did I do that? There's so much gold in this paintbrush now. Bloody hell. That looks so bad. But at least when I see it in the book there, I'll look back at it and be like, that's what I did. Maybe it's more of a what not to do. Embossing folder. You can start through your decorating machine with an embossing folder. Very gently apply embossing ink to raised areas. Add powder and set with spritz water. I can do that. Just means I'm going to have to get out an embossing folder. Which, there must be a section for embossing folders anyway, so I should probably find them anyway. I'm just going to grab whatever is on the top of the box because I don't want to get the box out. Oh, hang on. No, that's not an embossing folder. Is that a stencil? Why is there a stencil in there? Oh my god. Okay, we're going with swirlies. 3D embossing folders, elegant swirls. Cool. It's this one. It's on the top, we're going with it. Metallic glittery paints never come all the way out of the brush. Yeah. Maybe we have separate brushes for the metallic paints because glitter. Oh yes. You never fully get it out, ever. I don't remember what my sandwich is for embossing folders. form and plate. That's it. Okay, I'm going to get my little piece of card. I'm going to lightly, once again, spritz with water. Which is, I forget where I picked up that tip, but apparently if you spritz the paper with a little bit of water, before you put it in the embossing folder, it'll be less prone to cracking. Which makes sense, but like it's not a thing that I've ever actively thought about, because I don't use embossing folders very often. Although I should, because they're really cool. That doesn't feel like it's getting enough pressure. Let's put the shim back. Oh yeah, that worked, and it's still cracked. Oh well. For what we're doing, it'll still be pretties. There we go. That actually came out pretty good, but there's still a couple of little, like you can see sort of there and in there a little bit. It's kind of cracked a bit. But that's fine, this cardstock is cheap. This cardstock is also thick. If I was doing embossing stuff, I wouldn't do it on cardstock this thick. Cheap makeup brushes. Yeah, there were shader brushes, I think they're called. Just recently there was a company that brought out a set of brushes for doing ink blending, and they've basically based it off of makeup shader brushes, the ones with all they're like really small, they're like that big, the head of them I mean, and they're like different angles and shapes and stuff. I think there's quite a few things that the makeup world has donated to crafting. People just look at it and go, "Ooh, that'll work for such and such," and let's go. Okay, what we want to do here is very gently. I don't know if I want to swipe it or pounce it, but I'm gonna try and pounce it, but gently. I'm not pushing. I just want the ink to go on the top of the texture. And not all the way down. Hopefully I didn't push too hard. Where are we at in the book? I don't have enough colours to... I've been trying to, in the book, I've been trying to not have the same colour next to itself. It's not really feasible. I'm going to use a little brush for this one, also I can't use the other one because it's still wet. I'm going to use a smaller brush for this one. Which is probably what I should have been doing to begin with, but... I guess that's picking it up a little bit. I probably didn't ink it quite as well as I could have. I was trying to not get it everywhere. I was trying to not push too hard, but I probably could have gotten away with pushing a bit harder. That's alright, it'll still give us the effect. So that is a nice embossing folder. glad I bought it. It's one of the rare purchases I made from an actual card making scrapbooking company and not AliExpress. Which supposedly, as of this morning, I had a delivery update on. Speaking of AliExpress. But I didn't end up going and checking it. ELF is popular but apparently terrible as makeup brush. But good as a... wait. Oh, it's so like popular for painting minis, but not for not for using makeup. Well, at least it ended up useful for something. I wonder if I can go over this again. Can I go over this again? I'm less fussed about this ink cube. If it picks up stuff, it doesn't matter. I don't think it's actually picking up anything, which is nice. Did get a little bit on the... I can see it there. Did get a little bit on the cardstock. It's fine. I think I got a lot more on the cardstock that time. I should have left it. I just wanted it to look better. And now I ruined it. No, it's not ruined. It's fine. Probably putting way too much on. I don't want to waste it. It almost kind of looks a bit antique-y now, which is kind of nice. We were going for just the top layer, but actually it being a bit kind of all over the place on the background isn't actually bad. Yeah, I know that, wait, what? Cool. Right, these ones can go in the book. I think the watercolor one might be drying for a while, but the other ones should be fine. Yeah, they feel dry. And they're not coming off on my hand. I don't think. That one there, that one there, that one's still kind of going. Actually, that's fine. That one still needs a minute. Stamp resist. Ink your cardstock using embossing ink and apply powder. Stamp your stamp using embossing onto the powdered surface and lift. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, can kill if it's bad. That's part of the biggest. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Do that. So we're going to Embossing ink all over this. Stick that over there, and then we're going to come in with this. Ooh, I did get that a little bit grubby. I don't care. Like I said, this ink pad is one that I don't use. Okay, so we're going to do that. And I'm going to go over the entire thing. Just going to chuck a bunch on there like that. I wonder if I really do need to re-ink that ink pad, because then maybe we'll get more ink down and it'll stick better and look a bit nicer. I never did re-ink that ink pad. I don't technically have the re-inker that goes with it, but I have the re-inker for the other one, so... feel like something anyone else just said. Yeah, go for it! Can always chuck it in tunies or something as well. Tunies or videos or something. Probably tunies. I think I'm going to get grab the re-inker for the other one. Oh wait, do I have it here? No, it is in the other one. Makes sense, that's where I keep the ink pad. Where is it? There it is. Let's not knock over the internet box, that would suck. Normally with ink pads you sort of check like whether or not it's soaking in, but this isn't really ink and it doesn't really work that way, so I've got no idea. I probably just applied way too much. Oh no, it is soaking in eventually. Really doesn't function the same way that the that my ink pads do. Which makes sense because, like I said, it's not ink. Now I can't tell if I've overdone it. I think I've probably overdone it. Oh, actually, this one would work alright with the white. Actually. Oh yeah, massively overdone it. Well done. Just stick that to the side because I do have other techniques I'm doing, so I can use that for one of the other things. Time for a fresh piece of card, I think. Grab yet another paintbrush so that I can have one that is dry. We'll go with... Actually, I might go with a flat brush. I wonder if that'll be better. Oh wait, what am I doing? Did you know there are 2 ways to make 9 out of 6? Either flip it or remove the X. Yes. Oh! Roman numeral, right. Don't panic, I've caught up. Very smart. Yeah, I massively overdid it on the refill. It's just a little bit splotchy now. Probably a good thing I'm doing this technique, I can get all the excess ink off. Or at least quite a lot of the excess ink off. That's quite a lot of ink! I'm going to entirely fuck up my brush if I do that. Ah, dear. I've made a mistake. Maybe I can walk it back a little bit. And now we'll end up with a weird texture in it too. Landed with a planet today and survived with only an hour. What am I missing? I'm assuming there's some pun in the pronunciation there. Fell over and hit the... Oh! I thought you were going for a pun. Have you tried not falling over? I would have thought that would be preferable. You know, staying upright. Oops. Little splotchy bits, but that's alright. We'll live with it. Yeah, well, walking is hard. It's true. Not paying attention right and bloop. Well, at least you can confirm gravity still works. Thanks for taking one for the team, Dale. Now we know. We can let all the cats know that they can stop now. And then we come along with the stamp. Hopefully this is still like okay. And we stamp it. And hey, I can do word jokes that are just puns. Can you now? Hello, Archie. How you doing? And then hopefully this embossing powder will pick up the other embossing powder, and then we'll end up with the reverse, maybe. Hey, that totally worked. Can I? Will this work? The silver was all over the stamp, so... No. Not even a little bit. There's a very faint impression of the embossing ink, and that's it. I need a clean stamp now. Because I don't want that all setting on there, that would be bad. Yep, that's all that nice and clean. And then we grab this and we do the spritz. Oop, that might have been a bit much. Use that there to kind of dry a bit. So now we have this one. That I should probably go ahead and set actually. Ooh. I sort of, not fully deliberately, but did a bit much water on it on that one, and now it's kind of all running, which is actually kind of interesting. I'm just going to leave that to do its thing. Whatever it wants to do. Okay, so we've got the embossing folder one, the stamp resist. I'll use that one for the die cutting when that gets there. Then we've just got the layered one and the tone on tone. What kind of liquid do you use to clean stamps? Most of the time it's just water. I'm just using an ultra fine misting bottle to put water on it. You can get stamp cleaners, which I believe are kind of like hand sanitizer but more liquid. They're kind of that kind of alcohol based yeah, type cleaner. But I haven't bothered because I usually find that the water is enough. And if it's really bad, like I've had a couple that have stained really badly, I'll actually go and wash them like in the bathroom sink with a little bit of soap. The problem with that is that I usually like clean the whole stamp, and so the back of the stamp stops being clingy. which is not ideal. Stamp using normal ink, apply powder of the same colour immediately on top, wipe off excess powder, set with water. Eh. I don't have a gold or silver ink. I have white ink, but I don't think that's going to look very good. I'm also going to have to do it on a black cardstock because I don't have enough. Did I get 2 out of that last time? Yeah, I did. I'll just do that and trim it down later. I really don't think this is going to work. So I don't think white pigment ink is what she had in mind when she said use normal ink, but I don't have any colours of the perfect pearls. So, I mean, I could have done like one of those powders over coloured ink, it wouldn't have mattered, but... Put it down there like that. Sorta, kinda. Yeah. Yeah, okay, I'll give her that. Mostly I didn't think it was going to work with that ink. But it totally has, and that's quite nice. If I can get a little bit more of the powder that stuck to the background to come away. That's totally working. Oh my goodness. It's very subtle, but it just gives it very little bit of just shimmer. Which is actually really nice. Because that's just plain white, like that would have just looked, you know, matte. It would have been a matte white. Mist it through there, put it to the side, let it dry. And then another one is layered stamping. Stamp your first layer using embossing ink, cover the powder and wipe excess. Stamp second layer with embossing ink. And then I assume add powder again. Layering stamps. I might leave that one actually. Partly because I want to double check what exactly she's using as layering stamps, whether it's like... Because you get ones that literally overlap each other, and then you get the ones that are they're just like sets. You can make like, say you might have like a bird, and so one stamp will be the head, and one stamp will be the chest, and one stamp will be the wings, so that you can colour them all different. And some people call those layering stamps. So I might just check what she's on about first before I go and do that. Because if it is the one with the where you build it up like that, I don't have any like that. And I mean, layering stamps, if you can just use 2 different stamps, like that's not gonna change anything. But yeah, I want to check the technique on that one first. So that one goes in there. Stamp resist. Dry enough. They're never coming back out of this folder, so no cutting this, tone on tone. I need to trim that down. That can go away. And then that one is still quite damp. Might leave that to dry. So those 2 can just go sit out there to dry and set and everything else. Cool. So I think those can go away now. I can't get back to the box at the moment, I'll just put them to the side. Decorative edges techniques. You're right. Mostly because those ones don't look like they're going to be too hard. Sometimes you gotta go for easy wins, you know? If your ray places in a spot where, you know, you're not feeling 100%, then just go for the easy wins. Oops. Okay. Corner rounding. Use a corner rounder or punch round the corners. Wow. I'm going to do that in a different color just so I can actually see it. What colors of scrap have I got in here? Do I have a purple? I kind of like a purple. Oh, actually. Ah. I had an ink pad that was I way over inked it. And so I just wiped it onto a scrap piece of paper, and now I have this shade of purple card. I'm going to have to trim it down first rather than second though. Hang on. Which is good, I need to trim that other one anyway, so. Paper trimmer. Next shoe. And then while I've got that out, I'll do this one as well. And yeah, I had something food-like, and now it's crawled back under covers. Yay! Snuggly times! Then... oh no, where is my corner punch? Oh, that's right. I ended up making a box for punches, because I have not very many, but they're chunky. There we go. Corner rounder. And the nice thing about this is that I can use all three sizes. Small corner. Medium corner. And large corner. Yay. How exciting! That other one I trimmed down into the thing. There we go. Tone on tone. Nice. I can't reach. Curse me and my short arms. It was broth with rice from yesterday, not great, but it'll do. And I'll pack myself under the light full switch. We may regret this later. Oh no. Torn edges. Embossed edges. A double-sided tape to the edge of the cardstock. Cover the embossing powder and heat. I'm not going to be doing that one today. Inked edges. Use a sponge tool or a blending tool. Add ink to the edges of die cuts. Yes, we can do that. Washi tape. I went and took my... I had a washi tape dispenser that I got from Kmart, a cheap one, and it was really terrible because it wouldn't actually cut the washi tape at all. And so I've put the washi tape back in the tube. I have glittery ones. Oh my goodness. Totally gonna put those. What colour? All the colours. Clearly the solution is all of the colours. Decal engine for the torn is my bet. Yes. But where did I put the decal trimmer? Oh, it's down there now. I can reach it from here. Yay. It's gonna be fancy, kind of. I'm gonna make it so that they all overlap each other. Which is not that exciting, but it makes my brain happy, so fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Also, these ones are better than the other ones. These glittery ones, they feel thicker. These ones feel quite... Maybe these ones are the ones that are designed to work with that dispenser. Maybe I should go get it back out of the bin. Wait, did I just do that? Yeah. I'm going with the like red, blue, green, gold sort of thing from like factions at school. Although I don't have a red, I have a pink, but that'll do. I mean, she got the bed. Yay! This makes it less likely to sit on her on the way to the bathroom. Right? Good. And I have found the key. I think it's for the catnip drawer. However, it's too small to get in drawer. Can I have some catnip, mother? Sounds like Cat. Also, hi, Jackie! How you doings? Speaking of Cat, he went to the vet this morning, and they checked his teethies, and they reckon he's good. So, yay! Okay, what I'm gonna try and do. I'm being unnecessarily fancy here. But again, happy brain, please. Yes, I know I'm doing this off camera. I'm sorry. Okay. I've started there. And hopefully not gonna stick that down too hard. And then I'm gonna do that one. Oops. I'm trying to get it on the edge. Yeah. Hi! Yay for Cat. Woo! Yes, I was very happy about it. And especially because I kind of assumed that it was like a full appointment, and so I budgeted it accordingly. And turns out that they just like the vet nurse just came out and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna just take him into the back there and have a quick look, and it's all good." And I'm like, "Oh okay." So she's like literally taking Cat out the back, which I'm sure would have impressed him. Just had a quick look at his teethies and brought him back out, and she said, "Yep, that's fine. I'm happy with it. You know, no issues." And I'm like, "Nah, he's been fine. Stealing Black Cat's food as he does." And I went up to the desk to pay, and they're like, "Oh no, all good. You can go." And I'm like, "Ah, squee." I don't know whether it was because it was like wasn't like a full, consult or whatever. It was just, they were just checking it. I guess it's just a follow up of their of his procedure. So already included in the cost of it, I guess. So it didn't cost me anything except for Cat spending an hour or so sulking after he got home. And I'm like, "You should be happy with me. I didn't make you stay." But yeah, no, it's looking good. The stitch is still in, which is fine. It'll end up falling out on its own. No infection, no inflammation, no redness. It is all goods. Yay! It's shiny. Now I guess if he's with the sides of a crafty cracky. Have good sleep, spaghetti kitties! Fluffy rat kitty bears, happily. Aww. So fluffy. He's like, "They brought my mouth open, how dare they?" But at least he only sulked for an hour. And even then it wasn't really fully sulking. Like, I got the food out and he was like, "Oh, I like you, I remember now." Thanks, Cat. Partial die cutting. Stamp an image close to the edge. Line up the coordinating die and place the die and cardstock in your die cutting machine. See video for die cut placement. Oh, I know what she's talking about. You cut it halvesies. I want to go and get... Hang on a second. I want to go get... Because like I said, I had a washi tape dispenser and I threw it out. Because I have the... Because these are all the ones that came in the thing, right? And these ones are the ones that I had in the dispenser because they're the ones that I don't really like, and I figured I would just use them as just tape. Just to, you know, put things down temporarily, I guess. But the tape dispenser... Hello! Hello. Why don't you chirp at chat instead of me for once? Eh? He's like, no mum, I want scritches now. We were talking about you, Tankit. About your teefy. I'm getting licked quite a lot. Oh, we're mad now. Okay, I go away. I go away. Go back to talking about you, not to you. Oh, hang on. What's happening? Chat's happening. Hello. Need to call it for the night. I still have the workies. Have good sleeps, Jackie. We asked what else had a thermometer shoved up about twice because they could get a good view. Oh no. They decided it was going in the route because she was clearly not hypothermic shock. As soon as we got home, so he was right. Oh no. I was forgiven for the vet, yeah. Well, I took him in and he was only in there for like... They took him out and I sort of got like settled in thinking that I was going to be there for, you know, 5 minutes or something, 5 or 10 minutes. And not 2 minutes later they brought it. I didn't even get time to open my game on my phone. Which is not a complaint, it's just, you know. But yeah, I have this thing from Kmart. It's a washi tape dispenser. You put the things into the thing and then you have to put them on the thing. So, when I was using them with this one, you can actually tell from this blue one where I was trying to... The teeth just wouldn't like... Because there's like... This edge is kind of serrated here. And it just wasn't... like engaging or whatever, and it would just keep pulling and not actually tear. But these ones feel like they might work. They feel different. I'm not quite sure how to... Like, these ones just feel like very thin plastic, whereas these ones almost feel like a little bit fabric-y. Which I think is more what washi tape is meant to feel like, but... Make sure I get all the ends around the right way. No point running it backwards. That one, and... I should probably just try it with one to check whether or not it works first. Get big or go home. There we go, that in there, that in, oops. Here, there. Alright, I got it. Not really. Let's try the... This does actually... I just discovered this morning when I was messing with it, I discovered you can actually... Oh, there we go. Pop the... This is the bit with the little teeth on. And I had it this way on these ones, and it didn't work, and so I flipped it over and tried the... There's two different sizes of teeth. This one's finer, and it didn't work, but we'll see if it works for this one. Hey! That worked. Okay, I'll keep that one on there then. Cool. Whoops. Never bothered to buy washi tape in like pretties. The main reason for using washing tape is to have one that has low tack, so that you can hold something without it being too sticky. And because I have the outer roll of quote-unquote washi tape, low tack tape from the hardware store. So I've never really bothered with these ones. But this pack came from Kmart and it was cheap and it was shiny, so... Oh yes, I was a magpie in a former life, why do you ask? There we go. I'll just keep that over there, and I don't even know if I'll end up using those ones, they're so crap. I mean, they're pretty. They've got a cool, like, holographic thing going on, but you have to cut them, and they don't stick very well. Which is half of the point, but still. Okay, partial die cutting. Let's do... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to bother with the stamp part. I'm just going to skip straight to doing the die part, and I'm going to use this one. So what we want to do here... Because normally with die cutting you would put, you know, you'd put the thing on the thing and run the whole thing through the machine and cut the entire thing out. But we're not going to do that with this one. Although this might be a bad die for it actually because it's too big. At least for this piece of cardstock. We can do it that way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that hanging off the edge there like that, which we would have had to have trimmed it anyway, but that's fine. Using a section mark. Oh! Add an extra note on something. Oh, that's a good idea. So normally what you do is put the entire thing there, put the plate over the top, run the entire thing through the machine, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to put that down. This is a magnetic platform as well, so that's extra handy. And then I'm going to go like that. So that the plate, which has got a slight bevel on the edge of it, which is why I'm going to do that, and hopefully it should only cut up to there. Oop. Nope. I felt it shift. No, I can feel the base moving, but not the plate. Maybe I should come at it from the other way. Actually, yeah, let's do it that way. Plate first, then platform. This is another one of those techniques that I probably wouldn't bother with too often, just too fiddly. Hopefully that worked. Yeah, washi tape is just pretty masking tape, pretty much. Which is fine, like it does what it does. bit. That particular roll is kind of crap. Okay, so some of it didn't get enough pressure, which is fine. Hopefully I can wrangle it and run it through again. Although that's going to be a challenge. Let's see if I can't wrangle a shim onto that. Just to give it a little bit extra. We are trying to do it right at the end of the plate, which is not usually how you'd do that. You'd want to get it more in the middle. That definitely imprinted into the top of it. I think it might have shifted a little bit because I've got... Yeah, that didn't work great. Running it through twice was a mistake. Kiddo, are the walls climbable? Always. Gecko Clan, yes. Also, hello, Ivanabe. How you doing? Should I try again? Yeah. With more shim. Maybe I should try it just with a different dye. Something a bit simpler. No, I'll try it. One more. One more. I'll use 2 of the pieces of card this time. And I'm putting it in between the die and the plate, which is not normally how you do that, but it makes it a bit easier for me to see, so sticking with it. Okay, I will tell past self is okay to climb walls. That's not what I said. I said that the walls are climbable, not that it's okay to. Totes different. Well, at the very least the outside cut through better. Oh, this is looking better already. I forget which cardstock is which, but this one is shit for die cutting. I think this is the slightly yellowy one, which I've been using for like ink blending and stuff, like things where you're not going to see what color it is. I think I'm going to stick with that for the rest of the packet, which is not a whole lot actually. Thankfully, I've nearly run out of it. I couldn't get my regular cardstock. It's one of the times that I was at Officeworks, so I got this other packet and I was like, oh yeah, that'll do, and yeah, no. It's been a giant pain in the ass. I really don't need this to be this neat, but I don't want half of them to be cut out. That would look even worse. But it's not like it's going on a card or anything. It's just going in my book. Didn't get all the way down, which is fine. That was kind of on the edge anyway. But normally you do this with more of a shape like a heart or something, for example, something a little bit simpler than this. And so you basically just end up with like the heart bit, and you'd have to cut in from the edge to the, you know, where it meets the thing. But because this one's so wide, oops, I ripped that bit, I don't care. Because this one's so wide, it made it to the edges anyway, which is probably not ideal, but I had this day out and I wanted to use it, and that's pretty, and yay. Let's go ahead and get these bits out. Thank yous for the follow, much appreciated. I don't, for this channel, I don't, like, it's just the chillaxy channel. I don't worry about numbers, I don't worry about metrics, all that kind of stuff. But I did notice that apparently I hit 500 followers. So yay. Thank you everybody who has come and followed. Appreciate ya. There we go. That'll do. That will remind me what the technique is. What I would kind of like to do is back that onto the card. Let's do a maybe. go in the bin, don't care about that. Oops. I'm not going to worry about getting out the trimmer. I'm just gonna... Oops. A little bit of that, and a little bit of that. That will do. Well, pass off to knock the wall onto puppet. What? What? How? Why? What? No. I didn't do it, Terrell. I just stated facts. Walls are climbable. Of course they're climbable. I'm a kidder. There's no such thing as gravity. Whoa, whoops. No such thing as gravity drops thing. Yeah, that'll do. Hey, Fat Belly! How you doin's? I really need to dilute that glue more. It hurts to try and get the glue out of that bottle. There we go. That belly is good. Booking Kitties is getting into the box. Have good sleeps, Booking Kitties. Thank you for coming and hanging about. There we go. That'll do. How's you? Also, how can you do you well? It's not bad. I'm a bit hungry. But yeah, not bad. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the weather. Actually, no, I kind of do know what's going on with the weather. I thought oh my god, what is happening with this glue bottle? I can't unsqueeze it now. There we go. So yesterday was like cool-ish, like not, it wasn't cold, but like it wasn't hot, it was nice. And then today, stupid Australian robot was like, it's gonna be 35, and I'm like, fucking what? It's the end of March. What is it doing being 35? And then I checked because there's a tropical cyclone off the coast, and I checked that, and apparently, yeah, today's gonna be hot, and then tomorrow's gonna be cold and raining. But apparently the cold and rain is kind of getting here a bit earlier than they thought, because it's very cloudy at the moment. Also, I should be charging my phone. I was talking to Mama Cracky the other day. See, my weather app says it is 36. Sure as fuck doesn't feel 36. Oh wait, I need to keep my phone on me because I might get a phone call. Shit. I should have charged it. Why didn't I charge it? Yes, she needs some fabric for a thing, and I did say to her, oh, if you need some fabric, I've probably got some. And, come on, chair. There we go. And I said to her, oh, if you need some, let me know and I can, you know. Oh no, I won't need any, it'll be fine. And she's just texted me, if you've got some fabric this size for the window, that would be great. And I'm like, yes, Mum. I'm sure I've got some of that fabric somewhere. Set a world record kit. What? World record? What? What did you do? Bordering stamps and dies. Use a die or border stamp and die cut along the edge while keeping the straight edge present. I don't know that I have a die that would do that. Border dies. Secure a border die to the edge of the cardstock with washi tape and short straight die cut. I'll have to look in my die cut box. I applied at a job and an hour later they called me wanting to set up an interview. Sweet! That's awesome, Billy! Interview hype! See, that's why the other one didn't work out. This is gonna be the one. Let's see what I've got. I might have something in my miscellaneous bag of dyes. Where's the misc bag? Oh, let's get that up off the floor. Good idea. I don't feel like hurting my back today. Or ever, but you know. Misc. There we go. Well, the frames one maybe. Checks all the boxes, schedule pay visits. Squee! I am crossing all the toe beans for you, Pally. They better they better. Otherwise they'll have a buttless Australian kidder very mad at them. And they wouldn't want that. Although I probably wouldn't go into the interview telling them that. They'll be a bit confused. Doesn't belong in there. There's the belly. She was very aw. Where's my snuggles? I want snuggles. If I don't have a die that's actually properly going to work for this, I could probably find one that I can get away with. Like that one, maybe. Maybe that one? Bubbles! More bubbles! Oh wow, even more bubbles. Holy moly. Maybe I can make that one work. Did me? I spent 3 days on a project in my Minecraft work expecting oil to be on the side of the place I was building in. Typical fabrication was the opposite. Oh no! Oh shit. Whoops. Clearly it's the oil's fault for being on the wrong side. I don't think this is actually going to work. I think I have one dye that will work though. Maybe, hopefully. The oil's being thick, but oh, wow! I trusted you, Pelly. I trusted you. Oh my god. Where'd the other bag go? I had it just a minute ago. Oh. Why did I put it there? There we go. That's a border one. That might be the only border one that I own. You can trust Bob, me, I'm another story entirely. But you vetted Bob. There we go, that's a border day. Yeah, I might cut this one out of pink. Goes again. Tells you to disregard the catch-22. So we should totally regard the catch-22. Since we were told not to. That's how that works, right? Oops. Get out of the way. I should have done that further in to get more edge of it, but oh well. It'll still work. I was mostly just trying to get it straight. I lined this edge up with the edge of the paper. Which is fine. It's fine. That again with the glue. And then put that. Into that. That's actually quite cute anyway. I might have to do that die on an actual card. Hey monkeys! How you doing? I'm going to do the thing with the glue that I keep saying that I'm going to do and then end up not doing. It's not even the first time I've done it either. This glue is already watered down. I'm good. How's the kiddo? Not bad. Can't decide if I'm warm or not. I kind of am, and I'm kind of not. The weather can't seem to make its mind up, so I don't know. I don't know. I do know I need to. Oh, that chair that I got. I found a chair. I was taking the rubbish out, like, oh, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And, okay, that's a bit better. And somebody had dumped a, chair next to the bins. And I had a bit of a look at it, and it was a little bit wobbly, but I kind of suspected I could probably do something about it, and so I grabbed it, and brought it back, left it outside for a bit, and then the other day I went out and had a look at it, and there was just, it was literally just screws loose. They just needed tightening. They were, not screws, hex bolts. Although there was some screws as well that also needed doing. It was a little bit rickety when I tightened everything up. I put it down and like it wasn't level, and so I've just undone the screws on this side that was, try around, is it too long? Yeah, whatever. There's a thing that you, whichever way it's rocking, you've got the two legs that are short and the two legs that are too long, and so it's the sides where it's too short that you tighten it, and then the other way you loosen it. And then that can kind of wrangle the legs back together. Because I cracked out the measuring tape and double checked, and it was in fact that the legs were all the same length, so... Because that's the thing, they can also wear down unevenly. So you can actually end up with a leg that's shorter. But I did double check and it was fine. But I continued to leave it outside because I've got a chair. It's a 2-seat, like, little outdoor... I don't want to call it a couch, but like it's an outdoor chair. I picked it up off the side of the road at the previous house, so it's probably 12 years old now, and it was well used by the time I got it, so... And it's been outside for, you know, all of this time, and the cushions only gave up year before last? Summer before last? So it did pretty good. But I wanted to take it apart and like fix it up. But I need to, it's got the, you know how outdoor chairs have that strapping underneath to hold the cushions? All that's fucked. It's all rotted and the staples have rusted out and all that kind of stuff, so I want to rip all that off and like fix it up. But removing that stuff is a bitch because it's like double stapled. They've stapled it outwards and then they've stapled it inwards. On like they've folded it over on itself and stapled it again. So I've got to remove one layer of staples, try and unfold it, and then get the second layer of staples. And so once I fixed the chair, I just left it out there to sit on while I was working on the other chair. But apparently we can expect thunderstorms and gale force winds over the weekend because of the cyclone, so I should bring that inside. I know me filling this glue bottle is like super exciting and stuff. I keep saying I'm gonna do it and then I don't do it, and it's just really pissing me off, so I'm getting it done. Whoopsie days. That one missed. This might end up being the perfect amount. Hopefully. There are neater ways to do it than this, but normally you're not watering it down first. Also, I don't think this is really the ideal glue bottle for this kind of glue. It's not even glue, it's what's it called? Medium. Gloss medium. Gel medium, sorry. Gel medium in the gloss finish. Which is not usually intended as an adhesive. One of the YouTubers I follow uses a similar thing, and I thought I will give it a go. I got given these tubes uh, 14 years ago. Still living with the idiot and his family. I got it from his mum. So 10.5 years here, a year and a half. Oh yeah, not quite that far. 12 years ago. So I figure, you know what? About time I use them up. Hey Oz! How you doing? There we go. That's what we wanted. Ugh. I should have done that so much sooner. I really need to take that rubbish out. I kind of forget that I have craft rubbish. It's a separate rubbish from the one I keep in like the kitchen. And so I take the kitchen one out, but then I forget that the craft one exists. But alright, been a hectic day. Well, I'm glad that it is over then. Yay, weekend! Edges, embossed edges, torn. Oh, the torn edge. I forgot about that one. This is not torn, it's decal, but close enough. Plus it'll remind me that my decal trimmer exists. Let's make it a little bit smaller than the thing that's going to end up on. Oops. A bit wonky, but who cares? I don't. Hello, Evil 12 Monks, how you doing? Keep that nice and even. I could have just put it in as it was, but that's alright. I'll give it an edge. I should have done that with the other one. I'm good. How's the stream going? Good. I'm making progress. I have this. It's a technique resource binder. It's by a YouTuber I follow, Justine Hovey, I think it's pronounced. H-O-V-E-Y. And it demonstrates all different techniques of different ways you can do card making stuff, and so I've just been slowly working my way through all the different things. Except for that one. I was doing that one before and some of them worked and some of them didn't. I really fucking love that one. That's really cool. I'd like to do that more. Oh, the die cutting. I can probably do that now, actually. I have a piece that I put the stuff on and it looks really shit, but maybe if I die cut it, it'll look better. It's not crap, it's grungy. Oh no, what's the other one? Distressed. It's been distressed. That's the word. But yeah, I've just been working my way through that. I'm enjoying it, actually. I was saying this to someone the other day that, you know, that creates kind of should before making stuff. But the thing is, I've really been enjoying working on the book, so I'm like, bugger it. This channel is for me. I'm going to have fun. I've been quite enjoying working on the book. Binder. Grr. Fuck it, I can call it a book if I want to. I've been working on my book. Yay. Because a lot of these techniques I either haven't tried or I haven't tried them in these ways. So it's a lot of learning, which I quite like. Did I? It didn't sit. What the fuck? All of the other ones sit fine. Weird. Extra distressed. I've distressed it even further now. Awesome. No mistakes, just happy accidents. Alright, let's put that on a... actually, we'll put that on a piece of black. I think it'll stand out better that way. Maybe it decided to be... It really did! Oh my god, I can use the glue now. Yay! Oh, that is so nice. Wow, that has a lot of fuzzies. I couldn't see all of the fuzzies until I put it down there, and now I can see all of them. I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna have a break. Because I haven't had one yet, and I'd like one. Stand up and stretch and walk about and get a fresh beverage and all that kind of thing, so... Shell returns. what doing? What the what? I'd go away and do stuff and freaking come back to that? What is happening? What are you doing? Who was the butt? Who was the butt? It was bad choices made! Although, is the biggest butt the first person of the hype train or the third person? Bad choices with the subbage. And the gift subbage. Sub-bombage. Smoky Horizon, Manland, Pulse Potatoes, Kerr, and Jackie Frost! Squee! Love it when it goes to people we know. Dragons! With the gift subbage! To Sparkles! Flees into this. What? No. I saw it. It's in the chat. It's right there. There's evidences. And the bits. Thank you so much for the bits. Cypher with the gift subbage. To Graphs from the dungeon. Yay. Go Cypher. No, don't go Cypher. No. Stop it. Snacks away. Lies. There's no snacks. Don't yell at us. We're sensitive. Aww. What about hugs? There you go. It's okay. You're still butts, though. I'm just gonna say it quietly. Blame DVV, I usually do. To blame Puppet, yeah, I do that too. Jackie Frost with the pizzas! Thank you so much. That's the baby got back. Party! No wait, Pride! Pride bits. There's the flaggy flag. Thank you guys so much for the bits, the subbages, the gift subbages, and all of the stuff and things. You guys are awesome sauce. Appreciate your faces. 8 subs, 345 bits. Squee! Thankies! Have a butt hut. We did it. We're boosting this stream with 1100. Get fucked, Twitch. My community can't do channel point boosts yet. Still? On either of my channels? But apparently creates gets hype train boost? Fuck the fuck off. Sorry, I know it's meant to be a good thing, but it's just, it's a pet peeve. For me. Yay, hugs! Boosting what fresh fucking hell is that? Hi, Selwyn! Yes, they've made it now that a select group of smaller streamers, when you get a hype train, you're also going to get boosted. Boost train. Neither of my channels have the channel points to boost. Never have. And before anybody tries to helpfully jump down my throat and be like, oh, it's in your settings, quick, you have to enable them. That setting doesn't exist in my settings. I've had people tell me where it is. I've seen screenshots of where it's meant to be. I don't have it on either of my channels. Geek and Creates don't have channel boosts. Channel point boosts. And then there's the whole paid one, which I'm not going to get into because I don't feel like raising my blood pressure today. And then now they're doing this that you get after a hype train, you get boosted. And they're like messing with that and seeing if it works. So, and it just ticked up on the top of my chat there, saying that that boost is. I can actually see. I don't know whether you guys can see it or not, but there's a little tag underneath the stream there. Boost in progress. Supposedly, I'm getting recommended to 1,100 people or something. I don't know. And that's supposed to be a good thing. That's supposed to be positive, but I'm pissed off because I just want the channel point ones. Please? You guys have been asking me for as long as channel points have been a thing for things to do with channel points. Give me the channel point boosts. Give the people something to burn their points on. But anyways, thank you guys so much for the hype train. Appreciate your face. New pay to win features, yes. Enemies like this year had no idea what was going on. Yeah, it's a new thing that they're trialing with smaller streamers. People tell me where to go, does that count? Well, considering I'm one of those people, absolutely. Alright, did it hit boost when I started it? Oh, it was when it started? Oh. Yeah, it just... oh. I want the channel point ones. I don't care if it makes no difference. Because of course streamers can't tell whether or not it makes any difference, because Twitch doesn't give us any stats for that. Or so I've heard. Because like I said, I don't have those fucking features. Yeah, that one turned out really shit. But it is going to remind me of what the technique is, so that's fine. It's not like it's going on a card, it's just going in my book. I got 100,000 points in Geek and need 43k here. I want to do something nice with my points. Exactly! And I know it's one of those things that I've kind of neglected. I do realize that. I just, I'll be honest, I find it a bit gimmicky. That's why I initially kind of ignored it, because I was like, oh, it's just another thing that we have to deal with. And I can't be bothered. Yeah, because you know, bot currency, bot points is a thing already, and I was like, oh, I don't really want both. But yeah. Anyways, there are a lot of people that have a lot of channel points, and I'm quite certain that they would like to use them on something. And I haven't been particularly forthcoming with a thing to use them on. Channel point thingies, but yes. Excuse me? Black Cat. What do you think you're doing? Get out of there, you butt. No, don't go under there either. You do. Get out. Out. He's going straight back to where I just pulled him out. Get out. Go on. Out. Derp. Hawkeye. Since I have my ink box. Oh, you bugger. I put food out. There is food on the plate. I literally just, when I took him from where he was getting into a minute ago, I put him down next to the plate of food. He sniffed it and walked away. And now he's trying to eat plastic, which is his sign of, Mum, I'm hungry. It has dropped out, doesn't seem to be... Oh no! Ah, shit. I hope you come back soon, Oz. I'm going to take a very quick break again. Because Black Cat's being a shit. So, give me a minute. I think the problem with the food, and they both kind of do it, is that I think they don't like it when it's cold. As in, like, out of the fridge. But the problem is you have to store it in the fridge. And if I leave it just, like, sitting out or whatever to, you know, return to room temperature, it, like, goes all gross and then they don't want to eat it anymore, so... I went and opened a fresh tin out of the cupboard, which is obviously room temperature because it's been in the cupboard, and they've both gone in and they're just absolutely hoeing it down. But I bet you in like tomorrow, when it's been after it's been in the fridge like overnight, they won't eat it. Which is not really a thing I can do anything about, like... I can't just open a new tin every time. Those are quite large tins, and, you know... They're $2 for a big tin. They've gone up now. They're up to $2. And they're supposed to last a couple of days, but if I only get a day out of them and have to chuck the other 2/3 of it out, then, like, what's the point? It's a waste. I might as well go full on fancy feast. Because at least they'll fucking eat it. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Okay, what was I about to do? The inking one. Right, let's do the inking one. Because I do have my inks here anyways, so might as well. Let's go with that colour. Because it's pretty, and I'm kind of hoping that there's enough ink on the ink pad that I can just... Now, I'm quite certain that what was intended for this technique was to be quite a lot lighter application than that, but apparently this foam dome is juicy. So we're just going to go with it. And normally I would put it down on the table, but I kind of want to not get ink everywhere. I can probably just ink the whole card really, but it's meant to be a border. I'm just trying to soften it back a little bit. There we go. It's totally a border, right? Oh, dang it. I had the same issue with my diabetic kitty. He had special wet food. I had to feed him and it was expensive. I ended up reheating it by putting a little bit of water in a fry pan and boiling it that way. He'd yum it right up. Ah, would that work on the big tins though? Like, because I've got Fancy Feast. I've got the little, you know, the little ones in the cupboard, but that's like their treat food that I put their medicine in. And so they only get one a day, like in the evening. The rest of the time they have the big whiskers. They're like big whiskers tins. I don't know that the food would cope with like it's reheated and fridged, reheated and fridged, reheated and fridged kind of thing. Maybe if I... because I've tried microwaving it and they don't touch it. Even if I only do it for like 5 to 10 seconds. Wow. All three of my stupid Australian robots just dinged at me. Which means finally my item's on the way. Hang on a second. Okay, it's cleared now. I didn't want to say stupid Australian robot's name while I was still on the mic. I jumped on Amazon the other day, and because Mama Cracky was asking me about something I'd bought before, and I was looking it up for her, and so I've just loaded up Amazon, just .com.au, and the on the front page they had some what do they call them on Amazon? The flash deals or whatever. The ones that are only valid for like a couple of hours or until they're claimed, whatever comes first. And they had, and I'm guessing it popped up for me because I've looked them up before. I'm sure that there's like algorithmic shit going on there. A 4-pack of cricket cutting mats, which is a thing that I was looking at getting because I've only got the one in the light grip, and I wanted a spare, and it turns out getting a 4-pack is basically the same as getting one. So, but they had a deal on it was a 4-pack of light grip cutting mats for the cricket for $18, and I was like, oh hell yes. Yoink. This gets into how big? 120-ish. Oh no, bigger than that. 400? Hang on, I'll check for you. Yeah, 400 grams. Big tin. And that tin will, like between the two of them, that tin will last 3 days, give or take. They're not bad for the first serve out of the tin, and usually the second serve out of the tin, and then after that they don't want to eat it anymore. For a long time I thought it was the flavour. I thought they were just rotating between flavours and like getting bored with them or whatever, but I think it's the temperature. 6-ish meals? Yeah. Well, 2 cats, 6 meals for 2 cats, so 12 meals really. 6 meal times, I guess is probably what you meant. Yeah. Yeah. It is a big tin, yeah, and it does work out cheaper. Because like I said, it's just gone up to $2. It used to be $1.75, but it's gone up to $2. The fancy feasts are basically $1 each, so I can get them for $1 each. But like, and I split the fancy feast between them. But still, I'd be going through 2 of those a day, as opposed to the Whiskers, which lasts 3 days for the same price, effectively. So I don't really want to go full fancy feast, just for cost. But like I said, if they only eat the first third of the Whiskers tin and the rest of it I end up chucking out because they refuse to eat it, like what's the point? Works out the same. Might as well just get the fancy feast and stop wasting so fucking much. But anyway, right. Embossed edges and border dyes. I'm gonna check the tutorial for border dyes, what she means by that. Because it could be that the other one I did is what she actually meant. I'm not quite sure. Nesting dyes and shakers. I've never made a shaker card. I'd really rather not. They're not really my cup of tea. But we could do the nesting die ones. Stack nesting dies, inlay nesting dies. I did just go and put them away though. What else do we have to do? Colouring techniques. Ooh, actually. Let's do that. There's a couple of them I can't do because I don't have the things, like I don't have Gamsol. I don't really do a lot with coloured pencils. Creating a blend. Is this all meant to be coloured pencils or is it markers? Whoops. Alcohol markers, yeah. Creating a blend. Feathering. Nib to nib. Stippling, shadows. Don't know quite what she means by shadows. Layering coloured pencils. Blending with Gamsol and blending with colourless blender. I don't think I have one of those either. I have the one box of alcohol markers, like fancy alcohol markers, and I don't think they came with a blender. I'd have to check though. For some reason I have a really nice set of pencils. Like it comes in a tin and it has trays. Like, what? When I was a kid, pencils came in a 12-pack. They were $1. And then you do... Let me know if this is a thing. I don't know whether this is like a geek family thing or an Australian thing or just like my parents or fucking what. Does anybody else here, when you're at school, or later, but mainly at school is what I'm going for here, is that you get the... Hang on, let me get a pencil, just so I can... Right, so you've got your like set... Oh, that's a bad example, it's got a thingy on. Do I have one without a thingy? I do. So you'd have your set of coloured pencils, right? This is not a coloured pencil, but just go with me. You'd have your 12 colours of your coloured pencil, and your like parent or whoever, you know, adult person, would come along with like a Stanley knife and scrape the end off and use the exposed bit of wood to write your name on. Is that a thing that anybody else's parents did? Let's see if I can... This might be a bad idea, but that's never stopped me before. Let's take off that side, I guess. You'd kind of come along... Whoa, not like that. More carefully than that. And you just strip off like that bit. That's a bit easier. I was trying to not expose too much blade. There we go. So you just take off like a side, like that. And then grab a pen. Grab a working pen. Probably be easier. And just, you know. Is that a thing? Did anybody else's parents do that to their pencils, to their coloured pencils that they took to school? Because that was like a ritual every year. We'd get the book list, we'd get the supplies, we'd come home, and Papa Koreki would stand there with his Stanley knife and scrape the end off like that, and put the name on. He goes over 86 mils and several packages. May use 3D printer to make smaller containers with lids. That's a bit of prep work though. You know, I've got little storage containers I could probably do that with. That's might something I have to think about. Thank you, Saber. What about that? But I need a sharpener pencil with a pocket knife instead of a fancy sharpener. Oh shit, yeah. So rather than using just, you know, Stanley knife on this end and just. Oh yeah, been there. Because a lot of the other kids would do the thing where you'd like get a very thin piece of paper and write the name on and then put tape over it and then wrap it around the pencil. But the problem was is as the year went on, those would come off. I loved those weird rectangular pencils. They're carpenter's pencils. I had one in high school that I probably nicked from my woodworking class. I could never understand the people who would have the pencil over the ear. To, like woodworkers and stuff, how they'd have the pencil over the ear. And then I got that rectangle one, and I get it now. Somehow it just works better, I don't know. My granddad used to do that. With the rectangle pencil. Ooh, gel press. We could do gel press. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a page for washi tape. While I have it out. And fancy. Yeah, let's do the washi tape one. Now that I've discovered that these glittery ones aren't shit like the other ones. I'll do that. Although, I don't know how many meters come on these. Maybe I'll get the other ones out anyway, just in case. Have a check out at Home Depot. Yes! Handy little impulse buy. The bait food game came in a tin, about double the size of Fancy's tin, so the double boiler thing worked well. I'm not sure how that would work with anything larger. Yeah, and like, I mean, it probably could work once. But I don't think the food, I don't think it's recommended to do that with food. To heat and cool and heat and cool and heat and cool and heat and cool. So, but if I did it on a per serving, like if I just did the amount that I needed, that could work. Or they could just stop being fussy little shits and eat the damn food. That's also a thing. I love them, but they're butts. Washi tape, die cutting, DIY ephemera. Add washi tape to cardstock, fussy cut elements of the washi tape and create a collage or embellishment. Oh, I think that's intended for washi tape that has prints on, which I don't have. Banners and fishtails. Add washi to cardstock strip, about half an inch up, draw it. Oh, that's like I do for the other one. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going to start with these ones, mostly just to use them up. I'd rather keep those ones for actual cards. Although, am I going to use them for actual cards? This is my book that I have to look at. We can mix and match. I'm still kind of meh about this dispenser, to be quite honest. I thought I'd kind of mastered it, but it's just, yeah. I think I'm just going to stick with scissors. Would help if I cut long enough pieces, wouldn't it? It doesn't matter, it's fine, just go for it. These ones aren't in the dispenser. It'll be quicker. Hopefully. This is going to end up annoying the shit out of me. What I might do, I'll put that over there. Oops. And then just leave the roll like that. And like not cut a piece off. I did say I was trying to use these up, so if I wasted some, who cares? Can't even tell what colour I did. Orange. I don't know what kind of surface these have going on, but they all go very yellow. At least this will let me see what they all look like. Because I put them in that dispenser and then realized that the dispenser didn't work, and then I didn't really use them after that. Maybe at some point I'll get some nice ones. Get some with some nice prints on or something. They do have more at Kmart. This is just the one that I grabbed because I had sparklies. And what more reason do I need than that? I don't know whether the technique intended it for it to be stripy. Like, different colours, I mean. I think I was meant to just cover the entire thing with the one washi tape, but I don't care. Shiny. I can see, it's weird, I can see the colour better when I hold it at an angle than I do looking at it straight on. That's weird. Whatever. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. Except I think I'll just stick with those two. This is the one I'm going to die cut off of. Oops. Hopefully it does actually die cut. I don't know if it's I don't know whether the die is going to get through it. Through the tape and the cardstock. Particularly with this one that's so, like, plasticky. Maybe I will end up reverting to the other tape. I don't know what it is. The other tape has got more of a fabric-y feel to it. Time. Actually, it's when I was on break before I went and took a bag of craft rubbish out and checked the mail while I was there. And I was starting to hear the birds arcing up. In particular, the kookaburras. That's not kookaburras right now, though. That's crows. That should be enough, I think. I think the flower would look really good in that colour, but I don't know that it'll cut very well. Yeah, we can get away with that. Not going to bother trimming all of that off, because I'm about to die cut it anyway, so who cares? Hopefully this works. I wonder if I need to shim it. I'll try it first. Well, that made an interesting noise. It sort of did a tiny bit. I do think I need to shim it though. Not enough pressure. Most of the way. I wonder if I can just go a bit more. Hopefully 4 is not too much. Oh, blimey. Might have been a little bit much. Not for the die cut, for the machine. I think it might have mostly got through though. I think we'll... I certainly don't want to try and put any more pressure on it, so I think we'll see if we can get it apart, and if not, oh wow, that totally cut through. Never mind. That actually... Wow, look at that. Oh, hang on. Don't want to lose any of my bits of tape. I was kidding about the cheeks. Oh my, which ones? Oh no! I lost a bit. If I was going to do this on an actual card, I think I would put down double-sided tape on the base, because like that's the point of washi tape, is that it's not very sticky. Which works sometimes, but for something like this, I think I'd want it to hold down a little bit better. Oh, come on. Did that bit not? It didn't. There's a couple of little spots that didn't quite get all the way through. Most of it was good. Surprising. I'm surprised. I thought this was going to go really badly. That side there lost its little corner, but... Ah, excuse me. Hope I got that muted in time. Where are the glitters? Buster's glitters! I've got an entire box full of glitters. On the bottom shelf, never to be touched. Tis all yours, Ivanabe. That's what I should have labeled it. Fairy box. Whoops. There we go. That is kind of fun. I don't know that I would want to bother with that, like, ever again. But, like, it looks really cool, though. Just a bit. So that's that one. Oops. Oops. Error. There we go. That is so much easier. I'm so glad I did the thing with the glue. So glad. A little bit of that, and shkaboop. What is the next one? Ah, the ephemera. I don't have any. The problem is, made's not wide. But I guess we could layer it up. Banners and fishtails. Oh, are they? Is that the only ones? Oh, that is the only ones. Okay, cool. That page is going to be quick. Sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. Oh, what? Okay, sorry. I had to get back to Mama Quirky. Right. Yay, you are awesome. In stripy tape words. Whoops. It's not quite dry yet, that's okay. We'll put it in the pocket. And hopefully just the... Oops. Just it being in there will kind of hold it all together until it dries. It's not like it's coming back out of the pocket, so that's fine. I guess we could make a cup. Hello. There's a black cat coming and giving me attentions. That's sus. Maybe we'll do... I don't know, let's just do a little... little heart, and I'll do... Oi! Don't chew that. Something like that. Purely for the sake of example. And then I'm just going to do that. And then I think I'll do... I'll do glitter ones for this one. Yes, yeah. Just speaking of that, I'm going to take these out of here. Because they're a bit shit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna... Yeah. I'll do a blue heart. For Miss Ivana. Ooh, I could do a little leaf as well. I have green. Here you go, Ivana, this for you. She's blue and sparkles. I'm not dealing with that dispenser anymore. It's going in the bin. Oh, come on. Is that even... Oh. That's not the end of the tape. That's a crease. Never gonna get it perfectly lined up, but if we can get it neat, that'll do. That'll do. That's covered the whole thing. Yep. I could have done this with a die cut, but I just couldn't be bothered getting more of them out. There we go. I think what's actually intended for this one is to use washi tapes that actually like have prints on them, like little pictures and stuff. Mine doesn't, so I'm just doing my best. It'll still work, so that's fine. Hi cat, what's up? You're a bit antsy, mate. Come here. Would you get out of there, please? Come on. I don't like it when they sit under my chair because I'm always terrified that I'm going to forget that they're there and like run them over with my chair or something, and I really don't want to do that. I should have just used the tape runner I have there, but oh well. Blue heart. And do I have a little scrappy bit of card? I must do. Oh, there we go. I have that colour. Oops. Is that gonna be... Yeah, we'll make it work. Good time zone, Lady Frenzy. How you doing? That'll do. Not super fussed about it being perfect. Just good enough. Plus, depending on where that seam works out, it might end up looking like the center of the flower anyway. Leaf, not flower. What am I saying? Words. That should work. That was probably... I probably could have gotten away with one strip on those, but I couldn't see that. I'm okay, I wake up way too early, can't be to 6. Ah, gosh. That sucks. I deal with insomnia a fair bit, and so I definitely know the feels. And it sucks. Get in. I just saw Black Cat poke his nose up over the edge of the craft table, which would be a terrible, terrible idea if he jumped up here. There's nowhere for him to go. Thank yous for the follow. Much appreciates. There we are. Do you just let you... What? How could he? That's just mean. How could he do that to me? After 5 years of me giving him shit, I can't imagine why he thought that was the right thing to do. You should kill him back. Okay, into a flower. Do I bother with a center? I probably should. For the sake of completeness. What game did I die in? What's he playing? I can see that he's on, but I've got my folio list collapsed, so I can't actually see. Oh my god, that worked out perfect! Almost. Near enough. The little seam of the tape ended up in the oh my god, I couldn't have planned that better myself. Holy shit. Those ones clearly need to be the sticky outy ones. We're gonna do that, we're gonna do that, and... XCOM. What a big meanie jack face. Unlike you, Tarl, who totally never let me die in XCOM, right? 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 I did not need 2 widths of that. Where'd the friggin' pencil go? There. Yeah, I really didn't need to. that was a waste. Oh well. Mitten bumps the puppet. You're still there, very excited. Didn't I die once? Didn't I have 1 death? Oh wait, no, that was you. Never mind. I was the one constantly saving your butt. I remember now. There we go. Very janky, but it'll do. That gets the point across. So we've got that, and we're gonna... I think what I might do... Yeah, I can bring them out that way. Like that. Cute. Oops. That was way too much glue, apparently. Yay. Let's make one... do one tiny heart. Just because that bit feels kind of empty. And we couldn't possibly let it not have something in it. Plus I just want to use the other colour. Can I get away with 1? I might be able to get away with 1. Except I can't tell that from the front, so let's just do 2. This thing was like $5 for the pack of 10 from Kmart, so, you know. If I really like it that much, I can go get more. Shiny! Yes. If only there was a purple shiny. There we go. Yay. This is cute. And I think that demonstrates the other one, hopefully. And then banners and fishtails, yes. That's definitely something I know how to do. Okay, we are going to don't know whether I can fit 5 across. How big is this? It's just over 1/2 an inch. 6/10 of an inch? Is that what that is? 5, yeah. 3/5 of an inch. Actually, you know what? I was going to put them onto cardstock and then put them onto the thing, but actually I'm not. I'm going to just cut a little bit off the roll. Yeah. Fishtail the tape and then just stick it down. Why that silver one's so creased and the other ones aren't, but whatever. Actually, no. Okay. I have a punch that I bought to do this with, but I don't know that it would work with the tape. And then, because I do want to fit all 5, I'm gonna come in from the other side. I'm being way too particular about the colour order. Kind of doing this in a similar fashion to the way I do my banner cards. Spacing them out and making them different heights and all that kind of stuff. For funsies. I'm going to make the blue one the longest one. And the gold one in the middle can be short. cute. I kind of like it with the layers. With the other ones I did, I'd start at one end and work to the other, and then when I got to the side, I would just cut it narrower to make it fit. But layering it up like that actually looks kind of cute. Yay! Washi tape page is done. It only had the 4. Most of the other ones have 8, but washi tape only had 4. Cool. I'm going away now. Because I need food. Chuck all those back in the tube before Tankat gets to them. Oh, it is dark in here. Yeah, they like it. I'm not gonna raid. I need to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging about. Appreciate faces. I'll see you on Geek tomorrow. The DST stuff is out now. Quality of life and Wolfgang changes and all that stuff, so we'll be looking at that. And then group night, I assume. So, yes. Be good. Hope you had a good stream. Thank you, Az. That was pretty good. We made progress. Yay. Be good. If you can't be good, be crafty. Catch you later, guys.